Hi, it's Hazel, and welcome to my channel, Hazel and Aka Design. If this looks remotely familiar, it's because I just barely finished doing the Using Up Ugly Gift Wrap in Glue Books video, and realized as I was starting to, where did I put it? Where? Um, as I started clipping to go, here they are, clipping together some of these fussy cut orchids and so on, I realized that, hey, these guys could be a funky decoration on this cover. So I wanted to show you how sometimes if you stay open to the offbeat and you're willing to take risks, you can actually use up some of the stuff that you've created. But before that, I want to show you something. This is my, oh, it's pretty dusty. This is my keyboard. And you know, a lot of these chords have a weak point right here. And of course, at the other, like on my power chord as well. So there are these cute little critters that help, you know, that prevent you from putting a kink into your cord and having a little wire inside break. Anyway, I just want to say that at one point, Kim Newberg did a video. I think it was a haul. It must have been a haul video or an unboxing or something. And someone gave her a rubber hippo. And I thought, you know, I don't often, I try not to allow myself to covet what others have. But I thought, oh my goodness, I want, well, the thing is, they're called house hippos. So I Googled, and she did a bit of explaining, but I did Google it and find out that, and this was a Canadian thing, that at some point, I can't remember if it was the 60s or whatever, somebody came up with this sort of campaign directed at kids. Well, it would have been TV at that point, that basically said, like, they had all these images of these hippos in these kind of, maybe at first glance it would have seemed believable, but when you zoom out or whatever, it is no longer plausible. So the message to these, naive, gullible, innocent children was, don't necessarily believe everything you see, because just because you see it, it doesn't mean it's true. And I mean, that's obviously a good message for all of us all the time. So here I'm just basically gluing these guys down. Now, because they are kind of, wispy and so on, I know that at some point, probably not today because I am trying to keep the videos shorter, I will be having to go in with a pen, a Posca or some other marker. See, it's hard to, with these, it's pretty obvious which is right side up. Not so sure on this one. I think that throat would be facing down, so that's how I'm going to glue it down. Anyway, so then as I was moving my keyboard back where I tuck it away, I thought, hey, I've got a little miniature house hippo. So anyway, cute. But I still, when I'm out on, thrifting, I still do try to check out whether or not there is a hippo that could come home with me. Is this guy going to be a problem? Maybe I need to just do kind of a cascading type thing instead and let that guy be used another time. Yes, I think I'm going to make it work that way. And that's too red, so that one won't get used. This one, well, let's see. I thought I had this all figured out before I turned the camera on. I mean, that could work. That maybe works better than this guy. Okay, what say you? One thing, oh, let's get them right side up. That is kind of lost against that green leaf, but yet I want to either cut that stem off or I hide it. Or do I use all 5? Let's get this out of the way. Use 5 of these guys. And then choose what to focus on when it comes time to add the I cannot hear what you're saying. I cannot see how you're voting, so I'm just doing it. Because Risk is my middle name. Okay. Maybe let's do this like so. Change that angle a wee bit. Let's do this guy next. Now I do have my art glitter glue on standby in case I need it for some of these finer areas, but I think I'm going to make this work if I can. Come on. Oops. Yeah, so I think another thing that I'm learning or allowing myself to follow up on is the idea that, you know, if you get an idea, just act on it. You know, I could have put this glue book aside and thought, oh, something better will come to me, I'm sure. Maybe I could, how about if I lift this petal? Oh, can I do it? You know, nothing like it grabbing right off the bat. Okay, good. Again, it's not rocket science, and I will, who knows, depending how quickly I get these down, I might even be able to make a stroke or two with my pen. And again, I'm tucking them in and under and around. That kind of gets lost in that green stem. Maybe this has to go this way. And, you know, it makes a bit of a thing like that, which is so artsy-fartsy. Anyway, I I hope you don't mind me breaking in with this oops, this video just to kind of show you what I'm talking about here. Maybe I should have that kind of overlap. That way I don't have to cut anything off the end there. Okay. Now you can see that that is however, if we quickly get rid of this, add a few little marks. This is kind of that dual tip pen. One of these days, this thing is just gonna die. Just die. I think, of course, you know, it's like picking when you're reading the label on the side of a medicine bottle. Inevitable. Well, maybe you don't have that problem, but in Canada, with everything having to be in both French and English, inevitably, I'm going to pick the French side. Or if you're, you know, using a frozen entree because you haven't had time to cook and you have no desire, inevitably the side of the box that you look at for the instructions is the wrong one. you know, it's going to be the ingredient list, or it's going to be something or other else other than what you really wanted. I think I'm just going to go around every single line. And where they intersect or cross over, I will decide at that moment which way to go. And again, this is not, you know, art gallery worthy. This is just a woman on a Sunday morning wanting to finish something. Wanting to, oh, that's kind of, there's a little resistance there. Maybe I got some glue on it. Just wanting to get something done. You know, use it, don't store it. In case you're unaware, I do have a playlist by under that name that kind of, you know, I create some of these things and then forget to use them myself. Not that I necessarily invented that, but I did name a playlist on my channel that, because for a while that was very much my focus. See, in art circles, you wouldn't want to do, you don't do that. You don't create little islands like that of, but isn't this going to be a novelty on my channel to have me start and finish? Woohoo! I noticed on one of Brenda, well, maybe it's been on others, but I noticed the other day that on the on Brenda's video that it said PicArt. You know, there was a PicArt logo on there. Now, if I'm not mistaken, that is what Kim told me she uses as editing, an editing platform or whatever. So, you know, it was one of those things that kind of went in one ear and out the other, because it's, you know, like my life here in the studio, tell me if it's same at wherever you are, is a game of whack-a-mole. You know, every day, moment to moment, I am deciding, okay, what is the most important thing I need to do right this minute? And frankly, learning new platforms, even though I love learning, I've spent my life learning, it's just like, okay, but this is on fire over here. How do I drop everything? I think that made a difference. Now, I suppose if I want, let me cover this up. I suppose if I wanted to, did I miss a spot? I could, you know, after that has thoroughly dried, go in with a Stabilo all and do a bit of, you know, shadow effect, because right now it's just all very, you know, very coloring bookish. But honestly, I think I'm happy with that. And frankly, some days that's all your goals should, well, that's all the goal should be, is making yourself happy. So guys, believe it or not, I'm going to quit here. I appreciate you paying attention, and you know, I'm sure some of you will weigh in on whether you think this was a good idea or not. And I appreciate your feedback. Oh, there's a missed spot. You know, you can count on that every single time. And you see how I picked the wrong end of the pen again? Let's just be sure. Oh, see a little smear there. Because, of course, you know, all of this is pretty glossy. Anyway, okay, thank you very much. We will see you in the next one. Thanks, guys. Bye.